Hi again, everyone. I am the Cantankerous Collector. This is episode number 111. My eBay store is Death by Buffalo. That's Death by Buffalo. Check it out when you get a chance. I sell a lot of pop culture and comic book related stuff on there. So today I got a interesting item here. This is 40-year-old bubblegum. This is 40-year-old Fantastic Four bubblegum. It's still sealed. I paid $20 for this several months ago on eBay. And you may ask, well, why in the world would you pay $20 for a pack of 100 pieces of bubblegum? Well, this has a connection to my collection. That's a connection to my collection. And I will show you that in just a minute. But this was original 100 chunks of bubble gum. It isn't anymore. It's a brick. It's just solid gunk now. And I was trying to think if there was a Fantastic Four cartoon that came out in like 82 or 83. And I don't remember there being one. So there was no real vehicle to drive merchandise like this. So it's kind of a neat item. It's kind of, I mean, I don't remember seeing this at the stores, but I was a teenager then, so I wasn't really looking for this type of stuff. But they made Fantastic Four bubble gum, and it's actually a really cool packaging. It's by Emerald Products from Naperville, Illinois. Now, let me show you this here. This here is a comic book from 1983. Let me take it out of its packaging. I bought this at Galaxy Comics and Collectibles, Redondo Beach, California, back in the day. So this is a near mint, nice copy of Avengers number 232 from June 1983. So the cover date is June 1983. And if you look in here in the back, it smells, that paper, that old paper pulp smells so good. But here, on the second to last page, we have an advertisement for the bubble gum. The actual product packaging has a date of 1982. This ad is copyright 1983 as it ran in the June 1983 Marvel Comics. Now, the cool thing about this ad is that the artwork was done by John Romita Sr., who is my favorite artist of all time. I've loved his art since I was a kid. John Romita was a Marvel Comics art director from the late 60s to the 90s. And he did a lot of the commercial advertising art to promote merchandise or products and such like this. And these are his classic Fantastic Four figures here. So it's really cool to go back and see this stuff. But what's even cooler is I own the original art for this ad. I bought this decades ago, This is the original production art used to produce the Fantastic Four bubblegum ad. There's a couple of paste ups. The Fantastic Four logo is a paste up. That's taken from the text of their comic book logo. And you've got a circle around here that's also a paste up. It's actually kind of lifted off the page here, as the Fantastic Four logo has too. All of the figures on here are drawn and inked by John Romita. There's a chunk out of the top right corner, which that's the way it was, and the text advertisement at the top has been cut in half. The figures are just great, perfect Romita drawings. Sue here, her head is a paste up, and it looks like he wasn't happy with the original head, and so he drew her head on another piece of paper or whatever. They photostated that and pasted it on top of that. But that's a typical Romita female head, just gorgeous. And he signed this to Jim. Best wishes, John Romita. So Jim, I got your page, buddy. But it's a great piece of collectible art, and it's real special to me because this sat on John Romita's drawing board, his drafting table, in 387 Park Avenue South, Manhattan, New York City. So that's so cool to me, and it's real special to own something like this. I noticed on the back they had somebody wrote the price $100 dash John Romita, and then they had crossed it out and put $175. I'm not sure. I didn't look at my records, and I'm not even sure I have records on this one. But I didn't pay that much more for it, and now it's crazy. It's the prices for comic book art like this are just real crazy. The other thing that's cool about this also is that I worked in production art many decades ago. I worked at in a small typesetting company back in the day, and so I did a lot of production art type stuff, paste up, some inking, and nothing comic book related. And so this is kind of neat to own, a piece of production art from Marvel Comics, and the fact that it's John Romita is like, it's pretty amazing. And so what I did was I scanned that in. I keep a lot of my artwork in a safe deposit box, off site, just for security and stuff. So I don't always get to enjoy it like I want to. But what I'll do is I'll scan the artwork in, and a lot of times I'll make a print of it. And this here, I colored it. And I basically followed the colors of the original ad and stuff, just a little darker and a little richer than the typical comic book cheap paper that the stuff used to be printed on. I thought this turned out really cool. I was real happy. So I get to enjoy this artwork through this piece here. And I left his name. I left John Romita's signature there. I took off Jim's name. Sorry, Jim. But other than that, I wanted to show this. I thought this was really cool and interesting to people who love the old Marvel stuff and love the great artwork. I love the old classic stuff. Big fan of all that stuff. So that's all I got. So thanks for watching, and check out my other videos, and I will see you soon.